This is your daily briefing and you are most welcome to it. Got to kick off with the Paul Miller statement on LinkedIn. Hopefully by now most of you have seen it. I'll put it up on the community page on the YouTubes. To all our Spurs fans regarding our talisman and England captain, there's been much rubbish written, and what we get here is what I've always had from Paul Miller in the past. Maxi has form for putting out not disinformation, but information that he wants to happen rather than telling you what's actually, like factually happened or lined up to happen. It's all very much, let's all pull together, and if we really all believe ever so hard, then things will turn out just fine. The fact that Graham Roberts has jumped in and endorsed Maxi's statement also fills me with huge concern. Please don't get me wrong, when I was 10 years old or something, whenever it was, I had cut out newspaper articles on my bedroom wall, blue tack. My mother used to go berserk whenever we moved because there was always a bill for decorating. Don't meet your heroes. Honestly, just don't meet them. So we go through all this and he tells us that Harry played a full year without a break for club and country, then goes away to stay at Joe Lewis's resort in the Bahamas with the club's knowledge. Curious phrasing that. I would suggest that Harry hasn't at some point palmed a skeleton key to any of the resort buildings, and Joe Lewis is a busy man. He's a very big boy. I can't see him knocking on the door and saying, "Is everything all right? You need anything? Do you fancy coming over using my pool this afternoon?" I think he's got bigger fish to fry, and I'm not sure how much conversation time he would be able to afford an actual footballer. I'm not being nasty. I'm just trying to give you a sense of reality, and I think that the fact that a senior player was in the Bahamas, I don't think it's a big deal, and the fact that Maxi said with the club's knowledge. Wasn't due, and this is where we really go wrong. Paul says he wasn't due back until last Friday and to start training again on Saturday. He will be available for this weekend's game when hopefully the club will have given him a new improved contract, which he fully deserves, and those are the facts, make them what you will. Facts are, new contract, what are you talking about? He's still got years to go on his existing contract. And as far as him, the club knew when he was back and all the rest of it, doesn't stack up. Sevilla Spurs did the right job on this guy. That's an account on Twitter I follow. I recommend him to you. Knows exactly what he's talking about. And he replied to the Miller thing. Looks to me more like rallying the troops to try and diffuse a situation that someone didn't think would happen, as he was one of their own. Second point, that makes 3 points. One, club wasn't aware of his late return, and that's why Dan Kilpatrick had put in the Evening Standard that there was going to be a fine racking up like a library book thing. Two, Nuno knew he missed the return date, and three, there were sources close to the club that came out and said that he wasn't back on time. So look, don't meet your heroes, and Graham Roberts, really. Let's move on. Ndombele. Interview with Nuno, and he said he is not in the right moment to join the group. We've been here before, haven't we? I wonder what the little precious thing has done now. Discombobulated an eyebrow, perhaps. Tanguy was available for yesterday's match against Arsenal. He was simply not selected. He's now considering his options ahead of the transfer window closing, says Charlie Eccleshare of The Athletic. I think if he's considering anything, it's whether to go for 2 desserts opposed to just one in a happy eater somewhere. And here we have a fantastic example, and this is the after party to the Lautaro Martinez thing. Football Insider absolutely gone down the pan. Looked like they might have been onto something when they started, now turned into a bit of a joke shop. Sources: Martinez tells friends he has heart set on joining Tottenham after Paratici talks. Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez has told friends that he has heart set on joining Tottenham, Football Insider can reveal. This has come out in, as I told you, simultaneously with the agent telling us that the player wasn't going anywhere. And yet, worse yet, I'm keeping a log of this rubbish now. And this told friends thing, we've heard that before, haven't we? Levy had told friends about the regret for Pochettino leaving. Pochettino had told friends he'd got unfinished business at Spurs. This told friends thing, it's a new twist on emptiness and deceit. Just stop it. Please, 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 please stop it. Sky Sports put it on Nuno and asked him if he was the right person to solve the Harry Kane puzzle, and he said it was down to everybody involved to express their opinions and work together. And somebody replied to this video on social media by saying Nuno is someone who's just got in the relationship and can't understand why it's over for them already. I think this is the appointment of Nuno is going to turn out to be one of those unpleasant sort of tragedies, like the Christian Gross tube ticket thing. Excuse me. That people are going to look back on and kind of memify the moment. The idea that he's trying to sort of work this holistic solution and going, oh yeah, the boys really worked. Yeah. So proud. So many things to be positive about. I'm not saying it's a staged piece of hoodwinkery we're getting, but it just doesn't smell right at all. So that's it for today. I think there's a couple of other transfers there, but I don't think they're worth bothering you with. Daniel Levy's to-do list looks to me like it's going to be longer than a Leonard Cohen song. We've got so many players still to go and so many players to get in, and there's no sign of it breaking as yet. We've got a football match next weekend. Can't wait. We're going to absolutely stuff them. You heard it here last. Good luck. Keep it Tottenham.